with Forgotten Felons, the service that I'm providing is mental health service for the families to reconnect their loved ones that's in jail now, that's coming home within the next 5 years, and that's out now. How do I support them? And also my service that I provide is support our brothers who have companies, like my big brother Aaron, Marvin Cotton, Stacy, individuals who got exonerated out of prison and doing their thing, and just support them with some of the work they're doing. So I offer transportation to the loved ones to visit their family members back in jail. We also financial literacy. So I purchase houses on the east side, and therefore individuals stay on the west side. So when you come home, we don't want you to go back in your same area. We want you to do something different. So I want my brothers that went to prison on the west side to come over here and get a house at East Indian Village or Morningside and do something different. Create jobs. I got individuals who create jobs for people. And individuals on the west side, the same thing. I want you to purchase houses. If we can send our brothers to the east side over to that different environment, if they can see something different, not coming back in the same space they was in. But it was the environment that we was in. No matter if the two parents work or not, you still have to leave outside that door. You had a praying mother inside. She made sure we left out that door. We was prayed up. But however, you still going in that environment where the streets is different than inside your house. So the environment that I was in, them were the things that was going on. Other environments I went in was still the things that was going on. So it was exciting. I mean, it was fun. I mean, I don't want to call nobody names, but I mean, big homies in the hood, we idolized. I mean, they had the pretty girls.
Yeah, absolutely.
They had the cars, they had the jewelry, they had the motorbikes. I mean, them guys we idolized. I mean, uncles I idolized as well. But during that time as our youth, that was important. It was all about the girls. And I mean, them guys was getting the girls. But really what scared me back from out of the streets is when I was trying to be a ladies' man. And I was at this lady house, this girl house, and the house got shot up. And I was laying next to her. I was laying on one side, the baby was laying in the middle, and she was laying on the other end. And when the house got shot up, her baby died. It hit the baby in the neck. And that right there, to hear her cry and see that blood on that bed, really was the most devastating life experience, period. For a long time, I blamed myself for being there because I feel like if I wasn't there, it probably would never happen. But sometimes it still bothered me seeing that baby that night in that bed, and that drew me straight to church. If I fuck with you, like we say, you my man, and I fuck with you, I'm going to be able to tell that something is going on. I'm going to be able to tell that you're not lavish. So I need to be able to ask you that question. Sometimes we see our brothers hurting every day and don't ask that question. We see our people acting different, moving different, and don't say nothing at all. We have to be able to ask that question and then have that space, being comfortable and allowing your brother to be vulnerable to you.
Yeah.
Our women have to allow us to be vulnerable to them. Is that if I'm going through something, because sometimes my job is stressful as hell. Everything I do is stressful, but I'm built for it. But I still need that safe space to be able to say, this is what's going on. I know a lot of brothers who committed suicide, left kids behind, wife behind. And I always wonder, like, what's going on in that brother's mind? But sometimes we all go in dark spaces where we just can't figure it out. Or the stress of life just come back to you to that point.
I wasn't designed, to cry. Do you cry?
I do cry. And in the last year, I cried twice. Twice. I was crying. I couldn't figure out why I was crying, number one, because I was so stressed. And then the second time is when I was figuring out why I was crying and had that breakthrough. And yeah, so I do cry. Hell no, I ain't just walking around there just crying, just be crying. So let's get that clear. No, but yes, I do cry. And even with my father passing, I didn't get a chance to really cry, let it out. So if I'm sitting up at night by myself and thinking about him, I do shed that tear. Or if I'm in the car driving, I do shed that tear and wipe my face and get back on my grind.